Well, hellfire. It is Rock the Riff. Let me twist my mic a second. And I am back for another Metalhead Envy. And this request got me good. I know I like longer songs. Some examples of some of my favorite longer songs have been Reptile from Periphery. That song is so good. Race Car from Periphery. Haken, one of my favorite prog metal bands, has a 22-minute song called Visions. But it's funny when I get really long songs for a request here on the Metalhead Envies. Because this is going to be a long one. So I hope y'all sit around, bear with me, because I tend to pause and talk about things that are on my mind as we're listening to the song. Behold, the kingdom of the wretched Undying by Infant Annihilator. This request comes from Zeus Vexa. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to say the handle. Zeus Vexa is how I'm going to say it. Said, Infant Annihilator, behold the kingdom of the wretched Undying. It's for me, my favorite song of Infant Annihilator. And what a doozy. We got 17 minutes and 40 seconds. So, yeah, strap in. Riff or Die, available on my merch store. Go in there and check it out. And let's dive on in and see what the hell we got going on. I love shit like that. I don't know why. I think because maybe I was raised in the church, and so shit like this just automatically gives me like such an evil vibe. But it's like I like fucking with my old lady like this. If we're chilling around and stuff, I like to just think of stupid shit to like whisper behind her ear. What was it? I had something the other day. I was saying to her, but what he said something like spit poison into the mouth of their children, like just fucking off the wall craziness.
With proper Old Testament despair, and teach them that the gods are there to be feared, and everything you love will die, and everything you're scared of will come true.
There. Yeah. I liked how that sounded, him coming in right there. Um I don't even know what you call it. It's like it has a I'm assuming it's one vocalist that does it, but it's the way I guess it's the way they hold it in or hold their tongue. It makes it sound like I used to know what it was called. It's where you when you sing or scream and it sounds like two different melody lines, two octaves up the melody lines. But that's cool how that come in. Oh, I know. I remember what it was. I'm a big Cattle Decapitation fan. Their last two albums are so fucking good. And I was coming behind my girlfriend, being like, "Vampiric nightmare." Yeah, this is gonna be a journey, guys. So you gotta bear with me. I like the riff. Yeah. Yeah. Get some squeals. Oh, I like the guitar tone coming in right there. I like this whole section. I definitely more. I dig a good chunk, and bands like this so far, Infinite Annihilator and Cattle Decap, really one of my favorite black metal, melodic death metal, whatever the fuck the genre is called, is this band called Sluggish. And I would say any fan of Infinite Annihilator, you have got to go fucking check out Sluggish. They're so fucking killer. They've got, and I think I'll be an advocate for that band and or the music. I don't know much about. I've talked to a couple of members, but I don't know much about them for real or honestly, or if I could speak this morning. But their music, they've got a collection of all their old EPs into one thing called the Cosmic Cornucopia. It's fucking fantastic. And then they've got a actual full length album I think they did with the record deal or something called the Esoteric Malacology. Any Infinite Annihilator fan that sees this, if you've never heard of the band Sluggish, go fucking check them out. Because this reminds me of that. And I'm all fucking down for that. Let's keep rolling. Fucking love that guitar tone. Yeah! That shit is so beautiful. Soaring guitar leads right there. Fucking fantastic, man. I think the first 3 minutes of this song has already sold me. I'm gonna definitely be down with listening to Behold the Kingdom of the Wretched and Undying. And I'm only 3 minutes in! I just know. I know it in my heart. Because I feel like I'm going on a journey. And I know, even though I'm sitting there pausing and talking and I'm doing my thoughts, I'm still like, I would almost argue that I overanalyze a little bit sometimes. But I've literally got an 18-minute drive to work after recording videos. And so this is perfect. I'm going to listen to this all the way in the car without YouTube's compression. That's the only thing that's aggravating me is listening to this right now. I feel like I got to turn my headphones up just a bit extra because YouTube compresses the fuck out of stuff sometimes. Yeah, I like the tempo change. Okay. We're definitely going somewhere. That was a cool section too. I'm kind of curious how that was done because I know there's Charles Caswell, and I watch a lot of videos, or I used to watch a lot of his clips, and he'd have kill switch buttons on his guitars, and it would get that good effect of big, 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 like a DJ scratch or whatever. But also at the same time, it sounded like a whammy build down. So I'm curious if it was like a boom whammy build down and then hitting that kill switch. Bip, 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 bop, bip. That was pretty slick. I know y'all mentioned in the last Infinite Annihilator video I did. I guess does Infinite Annihilator never play live? It's all just internet. Like it's all albums and EPs and singles and stuff that they put out. They don't actually perform stuff live. Because I know the one song I knew before I started checking out some more here on my channel was Cunt Crusher. And I know a lot of people were saying that Cunt Crusher's drums were just insane to try to play and everything. But so far, this is the third Infinite Annihilator song I've ever heard. I think I'm digging the journey of this one a little bit more than the others. Okay. That shit's cool. Having the sound like the vocals were tripled out right there. Sound like we have one talking up the center and two talking on the other sides. The features we have here, are they different vocalists? Just from hearing, like, it sounded like we had two or three different people kind of talking back and forth, or performing back and forth amongst each other right there. Which, there again, I know one guy could probably just do a lot of the. Some people are that talented. Some vocalists are that talented. They could just do two or three different cadences. But it's interesting. I like that section. I like a lot of the speed up, slow downs, some of the of the riffing. but it was kind of theatrical. Like, especially if I knew what the fuck the lyrics were, or if I could understand vocally what they're talking about, and maybe be a little more gung ho for that section. But I'm waiting for the next chunk riff and killer guitar line and groove to kick. If I can talk, to kick back in. I like that. Very doomish. There, here we go. That's cool, though. Hearing that makes me want to be able to do that. Makes me wish I knew how to. Like, I imitate it, man, but I don't know how you're actually supposed to naturally do it. There was a guy I used to watch. I don't remember his name, but he would break down how to actually properly scream. Hell, I just saw some video clip of Alex Terrible talking about how he pushes his Adam's apple down, and it's like it's not his real voice, because if he used his real voice, it would tear his vocal cords. I ain't watched the full like interview or whatever, but I just saw a little clip of it. But hearing that, I'm like, fuck, man. I wish I knew the trick, because I know that's got to be fun. I'm definitely more of a guitarist, and I'm not any shade of a vocalist, but it still would be awesome to know how to fucking get the mic and like I don't know what they're saying, but it's fucking awesome. My old lady will fuss with me sometimes. She'll be like, how do you like this? 'Cause you don't even know what they're talking about. I'm like, I don't need to know what the fuck they're talking about. I just know the feeling and the vibe, and it's awesome. Plus the guitar and drum and bass lines. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for some just killer instrumentation. Yeah, I like that riff. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That was a cool section. Love the guitar lead work. There was a part in that. There's a song called Interlude by Chakran. Kind of reminded me of that. But that's like one of my favorite fucking tracks. Like, Chakran is another band I think is badass instrumentation wise. But it's a very short song of theirs on the opening of one of their albums called Interlude. Man, when it kicks in, it's like like shit. That shit is nasty. And that's what that section reminded me of right there. That and the bell hits. I think you'll always get me with a good cymbal bell hit placed in the right places. But this is a journey for sure. I'm so fucking excited to listen to this track on the drive to work. Because part of the issue that lies within Metalhead doing the Metalhead Envy series here on the channel is copyright. So it's like I have to pause. I know some people get so annoyed by it, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. But at the same time, this is a review or a reaction, and if I don't fucking say my thoughts as I'm listening to it, especially in a 17-minute and 40-second song, by the end, but if copyright was not an issue, I can go from beginning to end. By the end, I'm gonna be like, I'm not even gonna remember half the things I want to fucking say. So, like I said at the start of this, I'm looking at the clock right now. I'm 21 minutes. This is gonna be one of my longer reviews for sure. But this is such a cool fucking journey. Like, thank you, Zeus. I'm gonna say Zeus for short for making this request because I love long songs like this. Uh, like I said, it's a trip for me. I like all the different sections, and so far that was a really cool section. I like the first 3 minutes a lot. Uh, I think that will have to grow on me a hair, but so far, this is a killer Infinite Annihilator track. That was cool. That's cool. Killer tone. I thought we was about to get the chung chung. Yeah. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for this whole fucking time. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe I'm one of the few metalheads out there. I don't mind that Doom style. Doom, doom. But it takes forever, man. To me, there's sometimes being too slow. And I will admit that once they started adding the little flares here, I think it got a little better, but I've never been one. It's like I see clips of some other people's stuff. A lot of motherfuckers will be like, they'll act like they've never heard somebody and it be slow like that. They're always, oh my God, this is the heaviest shit. And don't get me wrong, it is heavy. Like, it's a fucking killer bass and guitar, like, low chunk. But I need the groove, man. Another example of some bands I know. Last 10 Seconds, they have this album, Soulless Hymns. Fucking killer record, man. One of the best heavy records out there. And I think one of the bigger songs on there is The Box. But they're at the ass end of that song, they do a breakdown like this, and it's so slow that to me it loses its. I like the momentum, and to me, doing stuff like that just it slows it down too much for me. And I say that with a grain of salt because it's only my opinion. It's only me, and that's what makes music so wonderful. There's so much out here for us to all love and enjoy. But just thinking about in the sense of those slow doom style breakdowns, that one was cool. I liked how the guitars and then the drums started doing a little flare up. Even though the main rhythm hadn't bounced back yet. Sounds like we're getting ready to go into the groove, which that's what I've been waiting for. But the little double kicks, like adding that bit to it helped for me. But where are we going with this groove? Yeah. That bail. Yeah, where'd this start? Around the 9-minute mark, 10-minute mark. Bam. Hell yeah. Okay, dude, this is fucking killer. And it's so fucking ironic because both the long songs I like from Periphery, Riptile and Race Car, it's around the 10-minute mark that for me, those songs just fucking open up and get so groovy and killer. If you've never listened to Riptile or Race Car, go listen to them and wait. Once the 10-minute mark hits, right around there, they get so fucking slick, man. They get fucking sick, nasty. And so did this fucking song. I was wondering about that when I started this. I thought about saying it near the beginning, being like, I wonder if I'm going to really dig it around the 10-minute mark. And lo and behold, it is what it is. Fucking sick, nasty groove. That's killer. Fucking killer solo work. Solo work. Killer solo work. Makes me envious. Makes me want to fucking jam right now. This whole section, since we've got around the 10-minute mark, has been fucking slick as all get out. That was cool. Yeah. There's a little bit of that suck my 401k kind of shit. I think it's cool though. Hunt the Dinosaur, they've got a track. I think it's sick nasty. I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's that style. That shit is cool. I'm curious how that's done. Is that a post-production trick with vocals, or do we have video footage of somebody on the mic doing that and sounding like that? Like, I know there's the post-production trick of, like, making the vocals sound rounder and fuller in the mix and master. But I'm curious about how tight does it sound doing that, like, fucking speed rap style of harsh vocals. Man, that's killer riff too. Damn. Kind of going back to where we were at the start. I feel like that more ambient, lo-fi kind of sound. I'm down for it. Yeah. That was a cool bell tap right there. I feel like what the one con of Infinite Annihilator to me is the kicks. I wish the kicks sounded a bit more like, I don't know, I guess my drummer, the way he talks to me about it, and he's broke down how certain tricks of the trade are, like triggers. I never really understood exactly what a trigger was till he broke it down. He's like, man, because I was like, is that programmed or something? He's like, well, he goes, what a trigger technically does is you have it on your kicks or whatever. And he goes, no matter what your velocity of hitting that kick pedal, hitting the bass drum, it sounds the same. So it helps in that sense. Like when you hear people doing the like heel toe super fast stuff, they have triggers on, so it makes sure that the drum has that same sound, even though they're lightly hitting the pedals and stuff. But for me, it's like, I don't know, maybe because I'm a Gojira fan, I don't know if Mario Duplantier uses triggers, but to me, it sounds like he's just wailing the fuck out of his drums. Sounds like there's a difference in the velocity of what's being hit. And, yeah, like, I think that's the only thing about Infant so far to me is the sound of the kick drums. And I'm sitting here thinking, what is his name? Dave Otero, I think. The guy that done Cattle Decapitation's Terracite and Death Atlas albums. I wonder if Infant worked with him and tweaked their drum sound, how their drum sounded. What would be the result of that? Because I love the writing. I like how we've had such an ebb and flow up to this point and where we're going and just so many tricks being pulled out and everything. But the speed part of the song, the kicks throw me for a loop just a hair. They're cool. Don't get me wrong. I love their placement. But it's like they sound... I don't know how else to imitate them. Hellfire. Of course, how old is this song? So maybe this was like the top of the line of the tricks of mix and mastering at that point. Either way, this has been a fucking awesome ride so far. We've got a few more minutes to go. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, I love that bell. Cling, cling, cling. That's a cool riff. Another Doom breakdown. That was cool. Behold the kingdom of the wretched undying. That was a nice journey. Uh, Killer riffs. There was an ascending riff right there that was really slick. Uh, I think the 10-minute mark all the way up. I can't even remember where. Basically, I think about right here. Fucking just sick, nasty instrumentation. Love the guitar line, but there was a lot of chording. It sounded like to me, I do it a lot myself. Um, it's like a bar chord, but you take off your ring finger and you split the chords, and you have a bit of that dissonance. That's what it sounded like to me. Those were really cool. I love dissonance soundings type stuff. Motherfuckers are shredding, doing killer guitar solos. All the vocals. I don't know because I have no clue. Tyler Shelton, Brian Long, Dylan Becker, and somebody else. Uh, I'm curious if it's, I don't know who's guessed or whatever. If I had to guess, it sounded like to me there was at least 3 different vocalists on this song. But then again, I don't know Infinite Annihilator enough. I don't know the main vein dude that sings. I don't know how many cadences he does. Uh, but it was still such a journey. And like I mentioned before, if for this sound, for Infinite Annihilators type of thing, my favorite band that is in the realm of this is Sluggish. I love that fucking group, man. Their songs and their albums are just, to me, they're creme de la creme. It's the best of both worlds because it's got the melody and then it's got the heaviness. Um, I don't know if I'll ever the Doom style breakdowns. They're interesting. I do think out of a lot of things I've heard that do that kind of breakdown, I will give credit to Infinite Annihilator for being a little bit more. I feel like theirs were a tiny bit more creative than some of the ones I've heard before. Especially it's like they start off with the classic doom doom, but then once they start adding a little bit of and cymbal work, there was one right before we got into the groove. I liked the descendants of it. It was like and then kicked into the groove. That shit was fucking nasty. Uh, yeah, that was fucking wild. Infinite Annihilator, everything I hear from y'all is just fucking crazy. So that makes my 3rd song I've ever heard. So Cunt Crusher, and I don't have that one on camera, but I remember when that was, everybody was talking about that one. Uh, Cunt Crusher, I can't remember the name of the other one I just did not too long ago. And yeah, I'd have to look it up, but this one really stood out to me, especially because it's a long ass song. So even if I didn't like it, I think I would remember that, I just checked out a song that's 17 minutes and 40 seconds long. But Zeus Vexa, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the request. It's what's funny to me is I don't really get a lot of requests for metal songs. Like I do, but I don't. Like you would think me, the series being called Metalhead Envies, more people would request more kind of metal songs in this world. But I get a lot of hard rocks. I get a lot of hard rock songs, and uh, here lately I've got a lot of punkish style songs and different. But that's what's awesome about this series for me and taking requests is I get to listen to all kinds of different music. And that's the goal, man. I wanna draw influence from everything. Even though I love metal. I'll be a metalhead dude to the fucking day I die. I still want to draw influence from all kinds of cool stuff around the world. Uh, but that was a track. Hopefully, copyright allows me to post this. And if this ends up being your first time to my channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're here all the way at the end of the 46 minutes, you are fucking awesome. If you have a request that you would love to make, have me check out, swing over the community tab, scroll down, you'll see Metalhead Envies round 5 suggestion. That's the list I work off of. And that's the easiest way for me to keep track of all the requests, consolidate everything down. But now I can't think of nothing else to say besides my ending catchphrase, which is stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.